Man, the housing market is crazy right now. Like if you're looking to purchase a house, I feel for you. Last year we were going through the same thing. We were looking for a house and inventory was low. Uh, right when somebody would put a house on the market, it would be gone. It felt like the next day, anything good. And I know it's worse now. So what do you do when you find a few houses that you want to jump on and you really need to make a decision on? Use Decision Buddy. So I'm going to walk you through today how to really use Decision Buddy in order to find the best house for you based on your different factors, based on what's important to you. How can you find the best option using Decision Buddy if you have a few in your back pocket? So let's get into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And then we will take a look. So I've got a blank template out here. If you go to getdecisionbuddy.com, you can download your copy and it'll come with a blank template as well as an example that's filled out for you to reference in case you need to. I do advise always save a new copy so that if you overwrite any formulas or anything like that, you can always revert back to the original copy that you purchased. So let's get into it. So the type of decision that we're looking at is selecting a new home. So rent or purchase. In this case, we're going to talk about purchasing. The factors that are important to me. So these are the pre-populated factors that'll come up. You can also either overwrite any of these or add your own to the bottom or anything like that. You see the formulas in the top. It's fine if you overwrite them. Again, just make sure you save a clean version. So let's say these are the factors that are important still. So now let's look at how important each factor is. So the monthly payment on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that to me? So a monthly mortgage payment, I'm gonna say that's a 9. That's pretty high up there. My distance to work, let's say that importance is a 4, right? Right now, I mean, we're mostly working at home, so let's say that one's a 4. Distance to family, let's say that one's a 7. Whether or not it has a backyard, we'll say that's a 7. Square footage, we'll call that an 8. The number of bedrooms, we'll say that that's fairly important, so we'll call it an 8. Number of bathrooms, I mean, it's nice, but it's not the biggest thing, so we'll say that's a 6. Whether or not it has a garage, maybe a garage is one of the things that's most important to me, so I'll say that's a 9. A basement, we could go with or without a basement, so we'll call it a 5. And what the local school rating is, right? I mean, we just had a daughter, so to us, that was one of the biggest factors. So we'll say that's a 9 as well. So then step 4, and you can kind of see in here the calculated weight is really just some calculations how we're going through the process. Step 4 is looking at each factor's format. Again, these are pre-populated, so you don't have to change these, but you can. There's drop downs in each section, so you can change them. So the monthly payment, we're going to say that's a numeric value. Distance to work, numeric value as well. Distance to family, numeric value. Backyard, yes or no. Square footage is a numeric value. Actually, square footage, let's do this. Make this one a high-low so that you can see the differences. Number of bedrooms, numeric. Number of bathrooms, numeric. Garage, yes, no. Basement, yes, no. Local school rating, let's do this one high-low as well. So now step 5, what is the optimal result? So of these factors that we just entered, these formats, what is the best result? So monthly payment, a low number, obviously, right? That's the best result. Distance to work, low number. Distance to family, low number. Some people may say high number is the best. Hopefully not, but distance to family, low number is the best. Backyard, the optimal answer is yes. Square footage, since we changed that one to high-low instead of numeric value, we're going to say the higher square footage is better. Number of bedrooms, high number of bathrooms, yes, no for the garage, yes for the basement, and then let's say a higher school rating. So that's that piece. So now you can either go to enter and view results, or you can just click on this tab to go on to step 6. Step 6 is where we're going to start entering our options. So we'll enter 3 and kind of see where we go from there. So let's say the first one, the address is 123 Main Street. And let's say my monthly mortgage payment is going to end up being $2,000. And just make sure you only put a number in here. Don't put any dollar signs or anything that could mess up the calculations. Distance to work, let's say it's 5 miles away. Distance to family, if I have an aunt or a mom or somebody that lives close, let's say they're 10 miles. Backyard, let's say this one does not have a backyard. Square footage, we're gonna say this one is high because that type is high low. Number of bedrooms, we'll say this one has 3 bedrooms and it has 2 bathrooms and no garage, but it does have a basement, and the local school rating is high. Okay. Then we move on to 456 Court Ave, just making up addresses now. Monthly payment, let's say this one is going to be about 2,500. That's going to cost us. Distance to work, let's call this one 20 miles, right? Distance to family, let's say that one is 3 miles away. Backyard, yes. Square footage, low. Number of bedrooms, let's say this one has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It does have a garage, does have a basement, and the local school rating is low. Okay, let's keep going. Next one, let's call it 789 First Street. Monthly payment, let's say this one is about 2,300, so a little bit in the middle. Distance to work, we'll call this one 15 miles. Distance to family, say 20 miles away. Backyard, we'll say no backyard. Square footage is high though. Number of bedrooms is 5 and then 3 bathrooms. Garage, basement, the local school rating is high. And there we go. So we've got our 3 options entered in now. So when you look at it, you can see, and as I was typing, you probably saw these values up here changing a little bit. So what that's doing is it's calculating everything in the background to say this is your best option. So in the case that we're looking at, 789 First Street is going to be our best option, which is this third one that we entered in. And why? Because it has the highest score. It has a leading factor, which is square footage, because it's high compared to 456 Main Street, which is our second option, then 456 Court Ave, and then 123 Main Street. So as I'm changing these things around, you can see everything moving around. But let's say that the monthly payment instead of 2,300, let's say it was actually $3,000, right? So it's more expensive, but it still has all these other things that are working in our favor. It's still the number one answer, even though it's going to cost a little bit more. It has basically those things that we said were important to us, right? So it's got a high square footage, it's got a lot of bedrooms, quite a few bathrooms, the garage and a basement, and the local school rating is high, which I know that one we actually weighted pretty heavily. So that's that. This is the Decision Buddy in action. It's a really fun tool, I think, to make any decision, even if you just want to decide where to go for dinner on a Friday night, right? Or where to order dinner from. If from that type of decision all the way up until buying a house. So which house do you want to buy? So this is a very quick and straightforward way to make that decision. A very number driven way, fail proof in my mind. So I definitely think that this is a great tool for you to utilize. So I look forward to you taking a look at it, try it out, especially today if you're looking for a house in this market. I know it's got to be tough. I know that there's a lot of back and forth. You go look at a house, you put an offer in that's above asking, and all of a sudden it's off the market. So this will help you make that decision very quickly so that you can put that offer in right away. You can make that offer. You can make sure that you put the best offer in based on your factors in here. You select the right house, and then feel very confident in the decision that you make. So take a look, get decisionbuddy.com, and I'll hear from you all soon.